For the high knees exercise, you want to make sure you keep your shoulders back, chest up, core nice and tight, and the goal is to get your knees as high as you can. For the plank to pillar exercise, you're going to go down into plank position with shoulders stacked over your wrists. Core nice and tight with this one. You're going to lower yourself down to your forearms, and then you're going to push yourself right back up into that plank position. You want to make sure that you look at where your elbow is, because that's where you're going to put your hand as you press up. If you have trouble with this one, you can drop to your knees and do the same exact thing. For the burpee exercise, I would like you to do a strict push-up. So what you guys are gonna do is take your hands, put them on the ground, jump your feet back, give me a good strict push-up, jump your feet forward, and jump straight up. For the skipping A drill, you're gonna be marching in place, driving your knee up, toe up, keeping your shoulders back, chest up, and core nice and tight the entire time. For the dumbbell bent over row exercise, you're going to take your torso parallel to the ground, suck your core in, keep your back flat, and from here, you're going to row the dumbbells up, squeezing your shoulder blades together with every rep. For the single leg RDL with fly, you guys are going to take all the weight, put it into one leg. From this position, we're going to focus on the single leg Romanian deadlift first. You're going to hinge from the hips, pushing your hips back, keeping your core nice and tight, getting a stretch down that standing leg. Once you get to that position, you're going to take the dumbbells and you're going to do a reverse fly, bring it down, and come right back up out of it. For the dumbbell RDL to high pull exercise, you want to make sure that you get the weight in your heels, your core nice and tight, because we're focusing on that Romanian deadlift first. From here, keeping your chest up, you're going to hinge from the hips, push your hips back, and from this position, just like a kettlebell swing, you're going to pop your hips forward and you're going to drive those dumbbells straight up. As you bring those dumbbells up, you want to make sure that your elbows are higher than your wrists as you drag the dumbbells up your body. For the dumbbell thruster exercise, you're bringing your dumbbells up into that front-loaded position, weights in the heels, suck your abs in, shoot back in that squat, and then make sure that you use your legs and your glutes to drive your hips up and forward and let those dumbbells just float up over your head. Remember, this is a leg exercise, not a shoulder exercise. For the decline push-up exercise, you guys are gonna go down to a plank position with your feet elevated on something. A chair, a box, a sofa, whatever it is. And from this position, shoulders stacked over your wrist, core nice and tight, you guys are gonna drop down into your push-up position and press straight out. If you have trouble with this exercise, just back yourself up so more of your legs are supported, and it's a lot easier. For the dumbbell suitcase squat, you're gonna act like you're holding 2 suitcases right by your side. From this position, you're gonna put all the weight in your heels, core nice and tight. You guys are gonna sink straight down as low as you can, and then from this position, pushing out your heels, drive straight back up, push your hips forward, and squeeze your glutes. For the plank with hip rotation exercise, you're gonna drop down to your forearms in a plank position. From here, you're gonna make sure your core is nice and tight, and you're gonna let your hips drop from one side to the other. The goal is not necessarily to touch the ground, it's to go through your full range of motion. Single arm kettlebell swing, we're gonna use our hamstrings and our glutes almost like a slingshot to get this kettlebell up. So from here, you're gonna load tension on your hamstrings, hinge back, pop those hips forward, and alternate that kettlebell in the air. For the single leg PLYO lunge exercise, you're gonna load all the weight onto one leg. From here, you're gonna step back into your lunge, and then as you drive your knee up, you're gonna do a single leg hop,